Hello everyone, welcome to a rather unusual video on this channel because this will be I will call it high ladder gameplay that was taken during the stream that I did yesterday with Peter. You can see him on the camera with me, he was over, so that was very nice. But at some point we got a challenge from UBERS player who is really top ladder, like top 16 type of ladder. He sent me a team that he would like me to use against him in a match of National Dex UBERS. And I said, why not? Sounds interesting. So I accepted, we got the team. And just to set the grounds here.
Okay, I don't know. Let's play versus the probably unwinnable matchup. And
yeah, I think this is an unwinnable matchup because take into consideration these three things. One, he is top 16, I'm bottom 1, right? I never play UBERS. 2, he knows both teams because he sent me his team and he plays his own team, so he knows those teams. And 3, the difference in experience here is also that he has played both teams and he knows how they work. I don't even know how this team works. So essentially, the odds are stacked so much in his favor that I was expecting to lose immediately. However, that's not what happened. So here we are. And I'm gonna do a little bit of live commentary. There is already live commentary over when we play. So I will only, jump in when it's necessary. But let's watch it together and I will, yeah, let's go.
It's good at taking on the toxic storm.
so our teams differ with Necrozma being replaced by Marshadow. Okay, so what does the team do? I don't even know. Okay, let's see.
So the team basically was, yeah, it was very high ladder. It had a lot of toxic. It had a lot of weird things that you wouldn't expect, but that's because it has to perform on the ladder. I had to learn the team like immediately in this preview that you can see right now, which is rather interesting, I would say.
Hikes, Earthquake, Rock Tomb, Toxic. Okay, if this is the top performing team, I never want to play high ladder. Like, if this is the Groudon set, that means you win games.
Okay, so we started with Groudon because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen really. He goes for Taunt expecting the Toxic, which I did go for.
I think we Rock Tomb here. Like, we lose momentum on Zygarde if we Rock Tomb.
And that will come into play later. This Taunt is very weird for me, but... So as it turns out, the Toxic was not that good because he will eventually have rest anyway.
Oh, no. Oh, gets hit by the arrows. Yeah. Yes. He goes Groudon, but we have Earth Power.
Thank you.
And we are faster than Ho.
Yeah, here we just kind of anticipate what's gonna happen. I am somewhat thinking that we will catch something off guard, but everything is super bulky in this tier, so... That's that.
We can now Earth Power because now he's not. I think he's gonna Toxic now.
Here's a big brain play of getting a hit by a Toxic on our Steel type, even though we are weak to both of his types. So going Necrozma here was extremely risky, but it paid off.
Now we're gonna set Rocks, which is very dangerous. This Boots, this has...
Like, you can Ultra Burst and get so.
I don't think I'm Ultra Boost yet, because there's way too much Toxic in this team.
Okay.
If he's Rock Tomb, I don't think he's faster.
No, it was slow as shit because your Arceus Wells was like -1 speed.
Good.
Unfortunately, there is no Steel type move for this Arceus, so we have to kind of make do with what we have, which isn't much.
G goes for more. Okay.
Fun fact, I have never ever used Ultra.
Pull a sneaky switch into Groudon, expecting a switch as well, so we just go for that.
That's fine, that's fine.
We set up some spikes, not like it really matters. I click a lot just to kind of skip the turns, but I hope you understand. And here was a Dragon Tail, that's what happened.
What happened? Oh, he Dragon Tail. We can't knock off this. Oh my god, that did nothing. He has rest. Okay, Coil Film. The problem is, I know he's gonna recover. I don't think he's gonna Judgment. But we have nothing to do against that.
Yeah, the Sashes is kind of bulky and kind of a problem, especially with recover. This Zygarde turns out to be the biggest problem though, because we really don't have much.
I don't think he goes Yveltal here. I think he goes Groudon or Arceus. What the fuck?
So
Why?
the reason why I didn't think he goes Yveltal was because of Taunt. I did not expect that this Yveltal turns out to be Scarfed. It is a Scarfed Taunt Yveltal. And again, let that sink in. This is high ladder. Scarf Taunt has to be run because this is the game you were playing, right? So because of the initial Taunt, I was like, okay, he's not gonna go Yveltal because if I don't go Photon Geyser, I can probably double click and kill him. But he was Scarfed and we didn't know that, so he was probably gonna go foul play here. And that was a good play on his side then.
Also, Yveltal does not have his own move. What's it called? Oblivion Ring. Ho ho. We could have knocked off. I think we should have actually. So Ho Ho has Sacred Fire. Faster. If he has Whirlwind, maybe we should. Yeah. Do a lot of damage. The fog. Tops again. Okay, we get the first kill. Woo! Versus top 17 ladder guy who plays both teams, so he knows both teams. And he is issuing a challenge like, hey, try to beat my team with my own team. So right now we're doing fairly okay.
Like, UBERS series is completely different level. And
I never played UBERS in UBERS. I only played shit in UBERS like Goldox and goes back to how much did we do last time? We didn't do that much actually, we did 53. He means that he's okay with.
Okay, so he basically goes for defog here and then Battle of Arceuses. Unfortunately, I lose the speed tie here, as you'll see.
Are we in a speed tie? We should.
Unless he invested that extra 12 speed there, which I don't think he did. This is a very specific IV spread.
I think this is exactly the same set, right? He knows that we do nothing to Zygarde, that's why he goes for Zygarde, and that means we also go for Zygarde, and we go for... Now he backs out into Arceus.
And here's a little bit of a Zygarde thing, which I think Zygarde in general is just extremely annoying if you don't have a nice beamer or whatever. I really don't like that guy at all, but here we are, where it's, yeah. So, I'll explain this later, so.
He knows at which point it kills, that's the thing. He knows at which point Judgment kills. Okay, this is the point at which Judgment kills. We need to be faster to kill him. We're faster than Yveltal, so we can fire off a Photon Geyser.
So yeah, turns out we weren't faster than Yveltal because he was Scarf. Scarf Taunt really threw me off. Again, let me repeat that.
Yeah, no, we go here. Marshadow is faster. But his Shadow Sneak, I don't think Shadow Sneak kills from 50 to 75. You're not faster. You have Sucker Punch. So he goes Sucker Punch into Shadow Sneak. Let's go. Did we knock off his item? Just foul play. That does nothing. Is he waking up now? I think so, right?
yeah.
Okay, we are faster than kill the Arceus. That's huge because this is the biggest problem. So he goes this again.
Okay, here I end up sacking the Groudon because it doesn't do too much anymore.
Zygarde, right?
That annoying Zygarde again.
Whirlwind.
And hold on, before it happens here, I'm gonna Whirlwind, and I believe this is the point where we lost. This is turn 48 is the losing turn for us because instead of going Yveltal, the Whirlwind pulls out the Marshadow. If the Whirlwind pulled out Yveltal, I believe what happens is that he doubles back into Zygarde, so we have our optimal chance to either go Yveltal ourselves, which doesn't really do too much, or try to hard switch in Necrozma. He could have predicted that and went for foul play, and then it's fair game. We could have used Sacred Fire, right? There was still some things to do, but because this is Marshadow, whatever I go to either takes a Rock Tomb, either takes a Spectral Thief. Honestly, this is the turn I think where we lost. Let's see.
Fire. Of course. So he has Sash, right? Well, that did a lot.
Yeah, I got hit by a Dragon Tail because I was already like, okay, I don't think we're winning this. I got hit by another one, and now we're basically a Scarfed Yveltal locked into knockoff versus Free Pokemon. This doesn't really matter. It's dead. This, I mean, look at this. We win the speed tie. He goes for a foul play. And then because he lost the item, survives. So.
Okay, GG. I mean, to be honest, if this guy is really as good as he says, and we were playing his team versus himself, I think we did surprisingly well, no?
Yeah.
Like, coming down to 1 Mon and 1 on, like, life support. Like, that's what I said. When you were stalling the Zygarde, I told Peter that I know that you know at which point Judgment kills, so I knew that you would be stalling up until the point that Toxic gets me down to the point where you just fire off a Judgment and win, because you know at which range it will actually kill. And same with, like, you know that the Yveltal has this and that the Ho-Oh doesn't threaten, blah blah. So yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. Like, you knew everything about this and I have no idea. So I would say you just calculated the match.
Yeah, anyway, thank you to Seth for playing. It was a very good game, and I am just genuinely surprised I was able to keep up with you, man. You're really good, and you have very good knowledge of this game. And shout out to you. If you're in the comments, please, you know, leave a comment. I'll give you a like or a heart or whatever. But yeah, see you on the next upload, and that's gonna be probably a cool one, so we'll see. All right, bye-bye.